City, with, of course, the victory, snapped they've been back and forth, win-loss, win-loss. Haven't had back-to-back wins since you have to go to kind of early mid-January when they had a 3-game win streak. Scott City would love to start a win streak here and continue their win after last week with Cimarron and get the win tonight. Winner of this game will be taking on Beloit or Cimarron. And Beloit is likely the heavy favorite in that one tonight over the Cimarron Lady Blue Jays. So if Scott City were to win and Beloit were to win, it'd be at Beloit on Wednesday nights for the Lady Beavers. Larned, coached by Jared Smith in his fifth season, was the boys coach previously, then is flipped over to the girls side. This is a team that's won 4 in a row. Their last loss actually came to Scott City, and that was back on the 10th of February. So they've beaten Pratt, Haven, a pretty decent team. Hoisington, they beat them on the road last Friday night 47-30 and had to fight tooth and nail to knock off Smoky Valley 33-29 on the road on Tuesday night. And a game that they had led for most of the night. They only scored 5 points in the fourth quarter, and that was all from the free throw line. They trailed 29-28 and came back and won that one. But they were led by Jaden Crosby at 10 points, make that 13 points of their 31 in that game, and they also got 5 from Cassidy Walks in that victory over the Lady Vikings of Smoky Valley. That's really kind of the Smoky Valley, Holcomb, and has been really the only common opponents for both Scott City and Larned, of course, playing each other earlier this year. This is a team that's been pretty good at home this year at 8-2. Their lone losses to Holcomb, 44-35 in the Katy Classic Championship. Their other loss here at home came to the top team in 3A, the Halstead Lady Dragons. They lost to Halstead and Hillsborough. Those are their only 2 league losses this year. A league that's usually pretty rugged. But some of their bigger wins, Heston on the road 50-47. That was right before they played Scott City. Also, I'd say Haven was a pretty big win. They did defeat Ellsworth, that's a pretty decent win in early January, 56-54. So they've had some pretty good wins along the way. Once again, led by Jaden Crosby, 16 points a ball game and 6 boards per contest. So that's how that's been set up here for the Larned Lady Indians this year. Other games tonight, Holcomb hosting Nickerson. That's the 1-16 matchup. The 2-15 matchup is Lakin and Lions. The 3-14, Beloit and Cimarron. The 4-13, Southwestern Heights and Russell. Goodland, the 5-12 matchup hosting Norton. The 7-10 is Ellsworth and Phillipsburg. Colby and Hoisington, the 9-8 matchup. Colby traveling to Hoisington. The boys of Scott City will be headed to Hoisington on Tuesday night. That is going to be a 6 o'clock start, 5:40 for the pregame on that. So that's that set, 6 o'clock, Scott City boys at Hoisington on Tuesday night. All right, let's go ahead and it's like we're going to step aside for a timeout. So we'll come back with your starting lineups. We got keys to the game and the tip-off between Scott City and Larned, sub-state quarterfinal matchup here. And this is City Beaver basketball.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City. I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses, because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day, helping you protect what matters most, because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
There's some reason we're all here. To create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something about Scooter's Coffee.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
911, what's your emergency?
This is Circle C Farms, and we got a major situation. Farmers are getting more than just high-quality seeds with Beck's hybrids. There are commitment rewards.
Sir, slow down. Is anyone in danger?
Only if they miss out on early order and quantity discounts and flexible low-rate financing options.
Sir, that's not exactly an emergency.
Are you kidding? Around here, that's big news.
Well, sounds like you're not just planting seed, you're planting a future.
Circle C Farms and Beck Seeds. More than seed. It's family and growing your future.
That's the Scott City Lady Beavers. Justin Froh in his second season, assisted by Tricia Good and Matt Fox. It'll be Peyton Gentry, the 5'9 junior, averaging 10.9 points, 4.8 boards a game. Piper Fox, the 6' senior, 11.4 points, 6.4 rebounds a game. The 5'6 senior, Krista Irvin, averaging 5.6 points, 3.1 rebounds a game. Lily Leitner, a 5'10 junior, at 7.4 points and 4.9 boards. And Kaylee Felker, a 5'6 senior, as she is averaging 3.3 points and 2.4 rebounds. Peyton Gentry, Piper Fox, Krista Irvin, Lily Leitner, and Kaylee Felker. Those are your starters tonight for the Scott City Lady Beavers. For the Larned Lady Indians, it's Jared Smith, as I mentioned, in his 5th season, assisted by Amanda Clark. And it'll be starting tonight. Cassidy Walks, a 5'7 junior, averaging 5.2 points, 2.5 boards a game. Tayton Reynolds, a 5'4 junior, at 4.8 points, 3.6 rebounds a game. Also, Lauren Sletter, a 5'7 sophomore, at 8.6 points, 3.8 rebounds a contest. And it'll be Jaden Crosby. She is a junior, a 6' junior, 16.2 points, 6.2 rebounds a game. It is, once again, Cassidy Walks, Tayton Reynolds, Brooke Simmons, Lauren Slater, and Jaden Crosby. Those are your starters tonight, presented by Security State Bank. Onward to our keys to the game here, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Keys tonight for Scott City. I think they have to get off to a good start. They've struggled at times getting off to a good start. They did last week against Cimarron, but they need to continue that upward trend of getting off to a good start. Second key for the Lady Beavers, pressure the guards, especially Crosby. Don't let her get open. If she gets one going, they're tough to beat. Pressure the guards with good defense like you did again in the first meeting. Those are your keys to the game. Scott City averages 43 points a game. Larned averages 45 points a contest. As we are moments away from getting started here, the winner to the sub-state semifinals on Wednesday, either against Beloit or Cimarron. All right, keys to the tip-off here. Lady Beavers tonight wearing those navy blue uniforms, the lighter blue numbers and letters, and the white trim. Larned in their home white uniforms and orange numbers and letters. They kind of got that Tennessee Volunteer checkered look, the orange and white on the side of their uniforms. Scott City will see Piper Fox tip against Jaden Crosby. Sub-state semifinal or quarterfinal game here this evening is about to be underway. This is the host of Sub-State Championship with the boys on Friday and the girls on Saturday. Scott City wins the tap, and we're underway here in Larned. Piper Fox, of course, up top left. Lily Leitner once again in the postseason. No shot clock. It's the last year for no shot clock in the postseason for 3A. Left side it goes to Leitner, looking to find a cutter, high dribble, but retrieves it back. Bounce pass up top, retrieving as Kaylee Felker. She goes to the ball. We've played 25 seconds. No shot attempt. Scott City still in their opening possession. Fox guarded by Slater. That could be an interesting matchup. We got a foul away from the ball, and it's going to be on Larned with 7:30 to go first quarter. That'll be on Cassidy Walks, her first. Who's going to be the Lady Beaver to step up and score tonight here? That's going to be an interesting question. Remember, Gentry did not score in the last minute. They get into Leitner. She had a career high. Here's Irvin. She'll drive. The foul line gets hit. Bumped. Now it's on the deck and loses or gets tied up, and that's going to be an early Scott City turnover here with 7:22 to go first quarter. Larned with their first possession of the ball game coming up. And the scoreless ball game. Right side, the Lady Beavers open up in a 2-3 zone. Right baseline, now out high, it'll go to Peyton Reynolds. She had the first 5 points of the game in the last meeting, and it goes to Crosby underneath. Reverse layup spins off that time for Simmons, and Scott City with the board with Felker. Now she takes in the front court, goes left with the pass to Krista Irvin. 6:55 to go first quarter, no score. Irvin into Fox, drives left lane line, pivots, goes over Crosby, leaves it a little short. Rebound fought for Scott City, saves it. Lily Leitner needs help, finds it out high to Irvin. Good hustle by Leitner. Scott City with another possession, and Felker resets it. 6:35 to work first quarter, still scoreless here. Irvin out high with the basketball, goes right with the pass to Kaylee Felker. Felker with it and then gets it stolen away, but it's still loose. And Irvin gets it, and now she may take this one, but nope, she tried to bounce it over to Piper Fox. And then we're going to get a tie-up after it was a turnover, but it's going to be tied up, and it'll still stay Scott City basketball. It's been kind of a defensive battle here early on. Both teams still trying to figure each other out a little bit. No score, 6:23 to go first quarter. Into Fox, the foul line, drives to her left, pivots. She's going to be called for a walk. Okay, turnover number 2 on Scott City. 6:21 to go in the opening stanza, still no score. Some students from Scott City making the trip here to Larned. Left wing to Cassidy Walks. Left corner to Brooke Simmons. Simmons back up top to Walks on a bounce pass. And Slater with it right side. Driving in. And a skip pass retrieved by Walks left wing. It was almost too high. Crosby in there. Bounce pass up top to Slater. Ball fake. Goes to left elbow for the jumper. Wide right into the backside board to Kaylee Felker. Scott City scoreless and a whistle and a travel. 3 turnovers. Scott City cannot believe the traveling calls against them, but it is what it is. It's the third Scott City turnover here in the first 2 minutes. And once again, the Lady Beavers, it's been their bugaboo all year. They've gotten turnovers in bunches. Crosby with it, guarded by Peyton Gentry, gets the screen left side. Here's Slater for an open 3. Short rebound. Lily Leitner picks up her second board for Scott City. Lady Beavers and Lady Indians scoreless. Scott City 0 of 1 from the floor. Larned 0 of 3. Left wing, Irvin gets a screen, goes to her right to the foul line, almost walks with it. Now Peyton Gentry pulls that mid-range left, and Scott City's on the board first. Gentry makes it 2-0, 5.5 to go first quarter. It was a struggle for both sides to get scoring, and the seal has been broken here in Larned. Peyton Reynolds now right side. It's Crosby with it, goes around Felker. Scott City in that 2-3 zone layup, and it spins off that time for Simmons, and the rebound, Scott City cannot handle it. It'll still stay with the Lady Indians with 5:14 to go first quarter as Larned goes early to the bench to their 6'1 senior Cammie Upson, and a little bit more size for them as they'll replace Brooke Simmons. Scott City leads early 2-0, 5:14 to go opening quarter. Head fake. Here's Crosby, spin move in the paint. Hangs, shoots, bank shot wide left. That's tipped out by Cammie Upson of Larned, and that'll be Scott City's basketball. Lady Indians of Larned apply some full court pressure. Crosby will guard the inbounds, their tallest player. Gets it into Peyton Gentry, kind of a 1-2-2 full court. Fox lead pass, here's Irvin in the front court right side. 5 minutes to go first quarter. With it, bounce pass backside, and it's going to be knocked out that time by Upson. It'll still remain Lady Beaver basketball with 4:59 to go here in the opening frame. 2-0 Scott City leads. And has the basketball inbound into Fox up top. They're working around the perimeter. Nice cut. Here's Fox left side. She gets fouled going up from Gentry, and 2 free throws coming up. Team foul number 2 on Larned here in the opening 3 minutes. That'll be on Cammie Upson, her first. Larned's second team foul. Fox to the line. She has struggled as of late. Scott City as a team has struggled as of late. 55% as a team. Fox at 56%. But Fox swishes home that free throw to make it 3-0. 4:54 here in the opening period. In is Valeria Castillo, the 5'5 senior, replacing Krista Irvin. Second free throw coming up here is also good, and it's 4-0. So Scott City with the early 4-0 advantage. 4:50 to go opening period here from Larned Middle School. Left wing to Peyton Reynolds, back up top. They'll go to Slater, right wing to Cassidy Walks. Walks now elbow right. Almost a travel for Crosby. Now here's a launch 3 for Reynolds. That is off to the right, tipped out high, and it's going to be into the hands of Lauren Slater, and Larned resets. And here's a 3 launched by Crosby. No, they are 0 of 7 to begin, and here's Scott City with Peyton Gentry on the run, and it is 6-0, and she got the throw out, and the timeout for Larned. 6-0 Lady Beavers, 4:23 to go first quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Basketball presented here by Winterland Farms, Wilkins Physical Therapy, White's Food Liner, Wheatland Electric, Western State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance Services. Also, Volgamore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cafe, True North Cattle Company, Trophy Wine and Spirits. Also, Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, Spencer Pest Control, Sharp Shooting Supply, Security State Bank, Scott Pro. Also, Scott County Records, Scott County Hospital, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Abstract and Title, Scott Community Foundation. The Lady Beavers are 2 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 at the line. Larned, meanwhile, is 0 of 7. But Scott City has 3 turnovers. It's 6-0 with 4:20 to work here in the opening period. It's Larned's ball out of their 32nd timeout. And almost ripped away. Oh, Fox tried to steal that one, but she's going to be calling for the hold. And Fox with their first, Scott City's first team foul at the 4:14 mark of the opening stanza. 6-0 Scott City lead. Larned inbounded out sideline and crossed away from the Scott City bench. Remember, Lady Beavers were on the road to be open up sub-state play 2 years ago. They won at Buhler in a sub-state quarter or semifinal game back in 4A. Halfway mark first quarter, 6-0 Scott City lead. Larned's basketball left side. Here's Reynolds, lob it in, ball deflected and a turnover. And first turnover in Larned. Scott City has 4-on-3 numbers. Gentry with it behind to Castile, steps back, launches a 3, banks it wide, or short I should say, and the rebound right into the hands of Cammie Upson. 6-0 Beaver lead, 3:45 to go opening period. Larned with the basketball. Up top with it, Simmons. Used up a dribble, stripped out of there by Castile, left to Tatum Reynolds. Larned will send one to the scores table. They do not go very deep in their bench. Sletter drives in underneath the Upson, who banks it in over Felker, and that puts Larned on the board with 3.5 to go first quarter at 6-2. So Larned on the board. Scott City with the basketball up by 4. Lady Beavers do have 2 to check in. Next dead ball. With it is Castile top, gets a screen. A little pick and roll, but nope, not there now for Kaylee Felker. Approaching 3 minutes to go first quarter, 6-2 Scott City lead with the ball. Now to Peyton Gentry off the screen. Goes to her left, gets it poked away and hits the deck, and fourth Scott City turnover with the steal. Here is Simmons, lays it up, leaves it short, and the rebound loose, but picked up by Crosby, and Larned will reset. 2:52, skipping her way through. That's going to be a travel on Crosby. Turnover number 2 on Larned. Payson Campbell in for the first time. The 5'8 freshman. Krista Irvin back in lineup. Peyton Gentry, Piper Fox exit. Out is going to be Tatum Reynolds for Larned. And Slater back in for the Lady Indians. 6-2 Scott City lead and the ball. 2:45 to work first quarter. Chris Irvin out high with it. Goes to her right off a screen up top of the bounce pass in the half-court circle to Payson Campbell left side to Kaylee Felker. Felker looks for it up top to Castile. Turns down she may have gotten away the walk. Straightaway jumper, no, but Leitner with the rebound gets fouled going back up, and she'll have 2 free throws. The foul will be on Jaden Crosby, her first. Team foul number 3. Leitner with already 3 boards in this first quarter. With 2:28 to go here in the opening frame. Leitner just 35% at the line this year for Scott City. Free throw on the way. It banked in for her. The bank is open now on the weekend officially. 7-2, 2:28 to go opening period as Tatum Reynolds returns for Larned, replacing Lauren Slater. They mainly go with 1, maybe 2 at times off the bench. Leitner misses that one off to the right. And the rebound to Cammie Upson for Larned. 7-2 and a steal. Scott City forces Larned into their third turnover. Felker with it up top, pivots, finds Chris Irvin. 2:18 to go first quarter. 7-2 Scott City lead with the ball. Back up top with it is Felker left side to Chris Irvin. Irvin, ball fake a couple times. Up top, Payson Campbell. Campbell, right side, goes over to and whistle, and that's going to be a moving screen away from the ball on Scott City in their 5th turnover. I believe they're going to get Leitner with a personal foul. And they will. That's going to be her first. Scott City's 2nd team foul, but that's her 5th turnover with 2:05 to go first period. 7-2 Scott City with the lead. Larned back with the basketball. Up top with it is Jaden Crosby. Goes right side over to Tatum Reynolds. Skips it over to Crosby left wing. Goes around Felker. Left baseline jumper is good and 1. Crosby hits it, and then the push on Leitner. That'll be her 2nd with 1:54 to go, and team foul number 3 just like that on Scott City. So Leitner's picked up quick 2 fouls, and that was well after the shot, but it was when she was coming down. Now Leitner has to exit with 2 fouls. Back in is Piper Fox. Peyton Gentry in for Kaylee Felker, and Crosby, who's 73% at the line, trying to make this a 2-point game with 1:54 to go first quarter. And she does just that. 7-5. Inbound into Peyton Gentry. Scott City, 5 turnovers in this first quarter despite shooting 2 of 5 from the floor. But mentioned the big 5 turnovers. Been a low scoring affair. Gentry's right baseline jumper from 16, no. The backside rebound into the hands of Brooke Simmons. 7-5 Scott City lead. Larned ball. 95 seconds, and Slater with a deep 3. Misses off to the right, but right there for the rebound, and the stick back is good for Simmons, and a 5-0 run. It's tied at 7 with 1:28 to go first quarter. So Simmons was at the right place at the right time. Up top with it now. Here's Fox. Drives to her left. Pivots. Finds it backside. Castile, one dribble out high. Campbell will launch a 3 for the lead back. Off the iron, and the rebound to Jaden Crosby for Larned. 7-7. Larned with the last 5 points over a minute span. Scott City hasn't had a field goal in 3 minutes as we're down to the final minute of this opening frame. And it goes to Upson. Flips it over left side, walks. And it goes back to Upson around Fox for the lead. It's good. 9-7 Larned. 50 seconds to go first quarter. Timeout Scott City. It's going to be a full. Let's take a 1-minute break as well. The Beavers down 2 late first. This is Scott City basketball.
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
Larned on a 7-0 run over the last minute, and they have a 9-7 lead with 47.8 to go first quarter. Back to the action here. Scott City's ball out of the timeout, and Larned has forced Scott City into 5 turnovers in this first quarter. Lady Indians almost force another one, knocked out by Cammie Upson on a pass into the front court, and Scott City has not had a field goal in 3.5 minutes. They have 1 point in that span. Larned on a 9-2 run after Scott City raced out to a 6-0 lead. And it goes to Piper Fox. Holds it back out high to Gentry. Gentry has 4 for the Beavers. She'll drive right side. Flips it out high. Here's a 3 for Irvin. Short. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Slater. And Scott City's shooting woes continue here in the last 4 minutes of this quarter. Larned with it. 25 seconds to go first quarter. The Beavers down 9-7, and Larned will pull it back out for the final shot potentially of the first quarter. Reynolds, left corner it goes. Here's Brooke Simmons, and a whistle and a foul out high, and now Scott City with some major foul trouble as Piper Fox picks up her second foul. Fox and Leitner each with 2 fouls. Team foul number 4 on the Lady Beavers this quarter as Kaylee Felker returns for Piper Fox. And with the height advantage of Larned, you can't afford to have your 2 post players in foul trouble. Walks with it, now up top to Simmons. She'll float one in the paint and banks it home. Her 4th point, and then Larned is on a run here, a 9-0 run. 10 seconds to go first quarter. They lead 11-7. Gentry with it at 5 with 4. Takes it across with 3. Hands it to Felker. 2 seconds. 1 second. Scott City did not see it was bad pass. Did not even get a shot attempted. The Beavers did not even check the game clock, and they trail by 4 going into the second quarter, 11-7. Back in a minute for the second period of play. This is Beaver basketball.
Next Tech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed. Bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there. Because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
Larned with the ball. They scored the last 9 points in the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. They have an 11-7 lead on Scott City. Beavers with some foul trouble with Piper Fox and Lily Leitner on the bench with 2 fouls. Larned shot 5 of 14 in that first quarter. Scott City just 2 of 8, but they were 3 of 4 at the line. Peyton Gentry has 4 of Scott City's 7 points. Simmons and Cami Upson each with 4 for Larned. They get it right side, and then back up top, it'll go to Lauren Sletter. Sletter with it, drives in, floater around the middle lane, too strong, and the rebound to Kaylee Felker for Scott City. Picks up her 3rd rebound. Scott City with the lead, deficit, 11-7. They have not had a field goal the last 5 minutes of this ball game. Here's a nice cut and a layup. Oh, that crawls off Irvin. Camo with the rebound. Then to Irvin. Takes the mid-range right side jumper. Scott City can't buy a basket. Felker gets hammered. They say blocked shots, and it's going to stay Larned basketball, or Scott City basketball, with 7:17 to go first half. Beaver faithful definitely not happy with the calls on that, or lack of call right there. But the Lady Beavers do retrieve the basketball. Oh, a miscommunication, and they're going to lose it out of bounds and turnover number 6. Coach Justin Froh will send in Lily Leitner to the lineup. And Scott City just kind of in a tizzy right now here, early second quarter. Scott City needs to just settle down a little bit. There's a long ways to go as they settle in a 2-3 zone. Sletter with it, right side, out high Simmons. Now they're working around the perimeter. Reynolds underneath, ball deflected. Good defense by Gentry and gets a steal. 4th Larned turnover as they try to feed the post that time. First minute of the second period. Scott City trying to end the lengthy drought. Now right side, here's Irvin. Pulls up at the right block, puts up a tough shot, and it'll crawl in. It kind of got around the rim, backboard and down, 11-9, 6:45 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers needed that to end the 9-0 Larned run and cut the deficit in half. 6:38 to go first half. Tayton Reynolds up top, goes to Jaden Crosby, left corner now to Lauren Sletter. Sletter run dribble, throws it up top to Reynolds. Goes right wing to Cassidy Walks, back up top to Reynolds. Reynolds left wing now to Sletter. Sletter looking into Crosby, doesn't feel comfortable. Now they get it into Crosby from Sletter around the Leitner and lays it up, her 5th point, 13-9, 6:16 to go first half. And really, Leitner had nothing, or she can really do anything with her 2 fouls. Didn't want to pick up a 3rd. In it goes. They're really letting him play. Gentry backing her way and gets fouled going up, and she'll get 2 free throws. The foul is going to be on Cassidy Walks. That is her 2nd, team foul number 1 of the period. Scott City fans definitely not liking maybe the little extra play that they're letting them play through here. Gentry to the line for the first time tonight. Scott City is now 3 of 5 as that one rattles in and out. Cami Upson in to replace Cassidy Walks, who exits with 2 fouls. 6:04 to go second quarter. It's Larned 13, Scott City 9. Castile to check in if Gentry hits his 2nd free throw, which she does not. And the rebound to Simmons. Scott City's missed their last 3 charity shots. Larned looking to expand on their 4-point lead 2 minutes into the second quarter. Crosby with it up top, goes left to Tayton Reynolds, back up top to Sletter. Sletter goes right side to Brooks Simmons, guarded by Irvin. Scott City in their 2-3 zone. Up top now left side, here's Crosby trying to go around Felker. Good defense, back up top to Sletter. And now here's Simmons, drives right baseline, short corner right to Tayton Reynolds. And now back up top to Simmons as Larned resets. 5.5 to go first half. Left side, Crosby. A 3 is launched and rimming off, and the rebound tracked down by Peyton Gentry for Scott City. And a whistle, and that's going to be a moving screen on Kaylee Felker. The girl just literally ran right into Felker. She was turning around, and now that's Felker's first, team foul number 1 of the second quarter. My goodness. Official timeout. We got a technical foul now on who? Scott City needs to settle down and regain their composure here. My goodness. Heaven forbid you show a little emotion in this game. Kaylee Felker is beside herself as she gets. They call it on number 23, but there's no number 23 on the court for Scott City. Free throw is good for Crosby. This is getting ridiculous. 14-9, 5:27 to go first half. It'll count as a personal foul as well, as she heads to the bench with 2 fouls. Second free throw also good for Crosby, and it's now 15-9 with 5:27 to go second quarter. Felker very frustrated and deservedly so. She has 2 fouls now. Even though they gave the foul to Cammie Winderland on the bench, she has not checked in yet. And now we're back to action. So the beneficiaries of calls here lately has been in Larned's favor. We got an official timeout before we resume play. The official on the far side made the call on Felker, who is clear on the opposite side of the block. He's got pretty good ears of what he heard, maybe, Felker, which is crazy. 5:27 to go first half. 15-9 Larned lead with the basketball, right wing to Tayton Reynolds. But Scott City has to snap out of it and gain their composure back. Simmons with it now, passes too high even for the 6-1 Upson, and turnover number 5 on the Lady Indians. I'm still flabbergasted how he heard what Kaylee was saying when it's pretty loud in this gym and was probably 20 to 30 feet away. 5:08 to go first half. Krista Irvin with it around the screen, goes up top, needs help, finds Peyton Gentry. Gentry with it out high to the foul line to now Castile. Can she knock home a 3? It's too strong, long rebound. Blocking out of Simmons, and now it's loose. Picked up, though, by Scott City's Peyton Gentry. She'll try a 3. She'll be too strong on it. Rebound, Krista Irvin. Scott City can't buy a basket, and they will turn it over. Turnover number 7. Make that number 8 on the Lady Beavers. Had a couple good looks there at time, but could not follow through. 15-9, 4:43 to go first half. Larned is on a 13-2 run over the last 4 minutes. Slater with it, gets in the front court right to Tayton Reynolds, and now to Jaden Crosby. Back up top, driving in. Tayton Reynolds left side, open for 3 is Slater. Buries it. 18-9, Larned. 4:25 to go first half, and Larned has hit both of their shot attempts in this second quarter. Near the midway mark of the second quarter, Larned can't miss. Scott City can't buy a bucket. And now up top here is Chris Irvin, drives left side. Cut off of the left block. Needs help. She'll flow up a desperation. Shot it, it goes in. Her scoop shot around. She has all 4 of Scott City's points in this period, 18-11. And a much needed basket for Scott City at the midway mark of this second quarter. Tayton Reynolds with it in the front court for the Lady Indians, up by 7. They were on a 16-2 run before that last basket by Irvin, and Scott City. Oh my gosh. There's no way that went off of a Scott City Lady Beaver. Unbelievable. Larned will keep possession of the basketball. And ball deflected. That's going to be, no! And I think they're going to get this changed. Scott City fans are about to lose their minds. That was definitely off of Larned. She did not reestablish back in bounds. You have to reestablish back in bounds before you can touch the ball, and the Larned Lady Indian did not. Larned keeps the basketball. Slater in the paint to Upson for 2. No. Rebound Slater underneath, and that kicks it back up. Larned resets. 3:28 to go second quarter. Back up top it'll go. Now here with it, left wing. Reynolds uses upper dribble now to Crosby. Crosby back up top, it'll go to Simmons. In the paint to Upson, goes around Lily Leitner, and they're going to call her for a carry. Okay. Scott City needed to break their call or go their way. They got one right there, and it's their ball with down 7 with 3:12 to go first half. 18-11 Scott City, down 7 with the basketball. Piper Fox, Lily Leitner out there with 2 fouls. Out high, here's Irvin. Ball fake. Off a screen, Gentry, straightaway triple. Oh, rims in and out. Oh, Leitner, be careful. Rebound to Upson. She almost went around and picked up her 3rd foul. Scott City cannot buy a 3 here. Larned. Oh, that's a travel up top and an unforced error. Turnover on Larned. That is their 7th of the half. Back in is Kaylee Felker for Valeria Castillo. Also in is Cassidy Walks. They also bring in Addison Townsend Steffen, a 5'8 senior. Just the 2nd sub off the bench tonight for Larned. But Scott City needs to start taking advantage of these turnovers, down 7. 2:45 to go first half. Here's Irvin driving and pulls up. Got it blocked, but right to Kaylee Felker. She got it blocked on the rebound. And then that's going to be last touch by, they'll say, by the Lady Indians. It'll stay Scott City basketball with 2:37 to go first half. 18-11 is your score for the Larned Lady Indians. Inbound is stolen away, and we're going to get a foul on Piper Fox, and that is going to be her third as she got hit in the eye off the inbounds. And so now Fox with 3 fouls, and that's bad news bears for the Lady Beavers with 2:35 to go first half. A turnover and a foul. Team foul number 3 in the quarter on Scott City, just 1 issued to Larned. This has been a very physical game. Fox will exit. She's only got 2 free throws. But Larned has really been content on holding the Scott City's post players down in scoring, and they've done a good job in this first half. Driving in, here's Simmons, a layup. No, rebound Kaylee Felker, her 5th rebound of the half. She has in the backcourt, 2:18 to go second quarter. Scott City down 18-11. They have the ball up top now to Kaylee Felker. Left side it goes to Valeria Castile. Castile will stop left wing. They'll leave her open for a 3. She'll finally bury a 3 and a much-needed one, 18-14. Timeout Scott City with 2:03 to go first half. Scott City finally knocks down a triple, and they're back to within 4, 18-14. Basketball tonight brought to you here by Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott City Ice Center, Rotomix, Iron Insurance Partners, Richards Financial Services, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Protect Spraying Service, Precision Ag and Seed Pokey Feeders. Also Platinum H Insurance, Plain Jane's Perfect Auto Detailing, Pioneer Communications, New Life Market, Northern Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Metzger Family Farms, Low Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, and Jackson Legal Group, and JF Beaver Advertising. It's been to say the least, a highly spirited first half here in Larned. 18-14 is your score with 2:03 to go second period. Okay, they do have it right on the board. So Leitner and Felker each with 2, Piper Fox with 3 fouls. So Scott City has been in some pretty serious foul trouble. The fouls 7-4. Larned's basketball out of the Scott City 30-second break. 2 minutes to go first half. Scott City with the last 5 points of the ball game to within 4. Steffen with it, now hands it off to Simmons. That hides to Slater, 3, good. She has 10 in the half, and it's now 21-14, 1:47 to go first half. And Larned hits her second triple of the night. Into Leitner, faces up, now up top to Castile. Castile goes left over to Chris Irvin, gets a screen. Skips it over right side to Leitner. She'll go left to Castile, back up top to Irvin. She'll launch a deep 3. Banked off, rebound Larned has, Leitner picks up her 3rd foul on the aggression. You got to be careful with 2 fouls. And now Leitner with 3 fouls. Scott City has got foul trouble galore. That's the 4th team foul in the quarter on Scott City with 1:28 to go first half. Back in for the first time, Maggie Heineman, the 5'6" junior. Out will be Chris Irvin. So Leitner and Fox, Scott City's second and 2 post players primarily on the bench with 3 fouls. Minute 28 to go first half. Scott City down 21-14. Larned basketball. The Lady Indians have led by as many as 9 after they went on that 16-2 run. Minute 20 to go in the period. With it, Brooke Simmons back up top. Now to Tayton Reynolds. Left wing, it'll go to Cassidy Walks. In it goes. Here is to Addison Townsend. No. Rebound, Peyton Gentry. Scott City with the ball. Almost walked with it. Now left baseline to Castile. Final minute of this half. Back to Felker. Up top to Gentry. Turns down the 3. She'll drive in. Pulls up in the paint. Left to short. Might have been partially blocked into the hands of Brooke Simmons, and they'll go down the floor in a hurry. Cassidy Walks with it. Back up top. 50 seconds to go first half. 21-14 to whistle timeout. And a 30-second timeout taken by the Larned Lady Indians with 47.7 to go first half. Scott City down 21-14 here in been a highly spirited first half, to say the least. Larned's only committed 1 foul in this second quarter. Scott City has committed 4. The fouls are 8-4. That's really not the story there. It just feels like Scott City has kind of lost their composure a little bit here in this second quarter. They need to regain it here, get in halftime. Both teams have burned 2 timeouts in this first half. Lady Beavers are led by Peyton Gentry and Chris Irvin, each with 4 here, but the post players have combined 3 points, and all 3 at the foul line for Scott City. Piper Fox and Lulu Leitner on the bench with 3 fouls. But Jaden Crosby has taken over this game. She has 10 first-half points for the Larned Lady Indians, including 7 in this quarter. Larned has only missed a couple of shots to make that 3 shots this quarter. 40 seconds to work first half. 21-14 is your score. Larned with the lead and the basketball up top. Simmons goes left to Crosby. Now left block to Addison Townsend. Steffen back up to Crosby. Up top to Simmons. Goes right side here to Tatum Reynolds. She loses it out of bounds, and that'll be turnover number 8 on Larned. Scott City maybe with an opportunity to go for the final shot of the half. Just kind of in survival mode. If you can get this to a 2-possession game, that'd be all right. 21-14, 28 seconds to go first half. Gentry with the left corner to Campbell. She'll try a 3. She'll be too strong on the 3. Oh, the rebound. Tatum Reynolds. That almost was a push on Castile. And a quick shot for the Lady Beavers with 20 seconds to go in the half. Right side, it goes to Brooke Simmons. Simmons with it. Scott City stays in their 2-3 zone. She'll dribble it up top, goes left. 10 seconds to go first half. Back up top to Simmons, to Crosby with 8, with 7, with 6. Back to Simmons, left wing to Reynolds with 4, with 3. 2 seconds, 1 second, and Larned will get a deep 3 launched, and that is going to be crawling off for Crosby, and we have reached halftime. Scott City in survival mode. Foul trouble galore, down 21-14 at the break to the Larned Lady Indians. We'll come back. We'll take 2 minutes. We've got to do a wrestling update for you for 4A state wrestling as well. We'll do that in 2 minutes. This is Beaver basketball.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
BBN is sponsored by Circle C Farms, Iron Insurance Partners, David Post, Norder Supply, R Brothers Auto Body and Mechanic, Scott City Eye Center, R6 Ag, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Scooters Coffee, The Cottages at Garden City.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current
leading
Beavers.
the Scott City Lady Beavers in the 6-11 matchup. Right now we have to do
that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
As they're in the championship semifinals, reports presented here by the Scott City Booster Club and their corporate sponsors. Congratulating the Beavers on a good season. Wish them good luck this weekend for quality lawn care, landscaping, and sprinkler services. It's all in the name of Kells TLC and Scott City. Good luck to the area wrestlers. And Western Kansas Insurance Services Incorporated like to congratulate the participants on making it to state and wish them the best of luck at state wrestling. Well, they are about wrapped up through the first day at the 4A State Wrestling Tournament inside the Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina. We were in the semifinal round. We'll start off with the girls, by the way, in the championship semifinals. We had 5 area wrestlers in the, or actually 6, 2 from Scott City, 1 from Ulysses and 3 from Holcomb in the semifinals. 1 made it through. That was Haley McDaniel, the Lady Beavers. She wins by a 4-3 decision, a last-second escape over a 2-time state champion from Fort Scott, Kenna Miles. She'll wrestle another 2-time state champion in the championship tomorrow, Harper Holmes of Frontenac. Also, Jamie Rosales for Ulysses at 125 pounds, lost a 7-0 decision to Alyssa Kalovich of Chapman. She'll be in the Constellation semis on Saturday. Mackenzie Simon of Holcomb at 135 loses on a second period fall to Autumn Feldkamp of Nemaha Central. 145 Amaya Cara for Holcomb loses in the third period fall to Octavia Burnett of Atchison. And at 155 it was Alexis White of Holcomb losing by a first period fall to a freshman that's 38-0 from Wamego, who's ranked in the top 3 in the nation, Leolyn Karnowski. Dayanara Jimenez of Scott City, actually ranked wrestler as well at 170 pounds from Chanute. And Dayanara would fall in the semifinals to Kylie Dillo of Chanute in the first period on the girls' side. So the boys' side in the semifinal round, as we take a look at that, a couple area wrestlers there, 1 from Holcomb and 1 from Ulysses. Let's get you caught up on that. At 138, it was Hagen Hartman losing an 18-3 tech fall. Lost to Brogan Monty and Beloit. Monty will go for his 4th state championship for Beloit on a Saturday. Murphy Randolph and Abilene knocked out Jackson Salinas of Ulysses in the championship semifinals by a tech fall 17-2. So that's kind of there. That set it up there. So Holcomb has a couple left, knocked out after the first day as well on the girls' side. So a pretty good day overall for the area. Reports once again here are presented by Trophies, proud to bring you coverage of 4A State Wrestling. And wish the best of luck to Scott City and also First National Bank of Scott City. Is your score for the Larned Lady Indians over the Scott City Lady Beavers. We will take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with some first half stats and more from Larned. This is Scott City Lady Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Berta Binns and sales associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
Piper Fox, 1 for Lily Leitner. Scott City was 4 of 20 from the floor in the first half, just 20%. 1 of 8 on threes, 3 of 12 on twos, and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. They did have 8 turnovers, 2 steals, had a total of 9 rebounds unofficially in the first half. But the big story for Scott City, Piper Fox, Lily Leitner each with 3 fouls. For Larned, Jaden Crosby leading the way with 10 first half points. 4 for Brooke Simmons, 3 for Lauren Slater, 4 for Cammie Upson. And that's their scoring. for the Lady Indians. They were 8 of 22 from the floor for 6%, and 2 of 7 on 3, 6 of 15 on 2s, and 3 of 3 from the foul line. They did have 8 turnovers as well. Just 4 fouls called on Larned. Had 13 total rebounds in the first half. So got a couple other scores. Holcomb all over Nickerson. No surprise there. That's 45-8 at the halftime for the Holcomb Lady Longhorns. They're the top seed, leading the winless Nickerson Panthers. Also, Goodland was leading Norton at the break. I think that was 18-5 or 21-5. Norton did not score that entire second quarter against Goodland. We don't have a whole lot. Russell trailing Southwestern Heights at intermission. That score was Southwestern Heights 29 and Russell 16. So here it is a lead of 21-14. Colby and it's 24-10 in the third quarter for Colby, leading Hoisington. Trying to get a Beloit-Cimarron score before we begin this third quarter. But the Lady Beavers have some work to do. It's their ball to begin the third quarter, down by 7, 21-14. They've trailed by as many as 9 after starting out 6-0. Kaylee Felker, Chris Irvin, Piper Fox, Lily Leitner, Peyton Gentry on the floor for Scott City. It's 40-4 in the third quarter, just underway in the second half for Beloit over Cimarron. A 3 for Gentry off the left, but Fox with the rebound. Putback might have been blocked by Crosby, who ends up with the rebound and a whistle, and she'll lose it out of bounds. That'll be the turnover number 9 on Larned. So Scott City is really struggling shooting here in this first half, south of 20%, but down by 7. They get it into Fox. She'll catch it. She'll lay it up and score it. Her first field goal, she has 4, 21-16. 7.5 to go third quarter, so a much-needed possession there for Scott City to get some points. Down 5 early third quarter. Playing from behind here. With it out high is Tayton Reynolds, and underneath it, got a whistle and a foul. That's going to be the third on Felker, the fourth on Leitner. With 7:20 to go, boy. That foul is on Kaylee Felker, her third. Larned has only been whistled for 4 fouls the entire night. It's been a physical game, but it's unusual to see a 9-4 foul discrepancy. Now inbound, nobody accounted for the open 3. She missed it too strong, did Simmons, and the rebound on the backside to Fox. Trickles it outlet right to Carissa Irvin. Scott City down 5 here with 7:10 to go third period, 21-16. Scott City can get this to a 1-score game here maybe, of the 2 or even a 3. Felker into Fox at the right elbow, trying to drive in. She'll split the defenders, leaves it short, and the rebound to Crosby. She did everything right, but finish it there. Larned quickly back into the front court, left elbow to Simmons. Lobs it over right side, and now it's Slater. She'll go to her left, up top to Simmons. They'll work it around left side. Crosby, left corner to Cassidy Walks. Walks around Fox, bullet pass. Nobody home for Larned, and turnover number 9. As Felker has to go get that kind of the tunnel where you go to the locker room. Scott City's ball, 6:40 here in the third quarter, down 5, 21-16. See if they can rally here and steal one out of Larned here and come back here maybe with a win next week and then play next Saturday. Felker with it. They'll play the 2 boys sub-state championship games next Friday here, and then the 2 sub-state championship girls games on Saturday. Felker goes left to Peyton Gentry. Good clear out by Fox. A little bit too far in front of her, and it goes off her hands, and turnover number 9 on Scott City. Right idea, the execution not there. 6:18 here in the third. 5-point Larned lead in the basketball back. Scott City's going to apply some full court pressure. Larned just barely gets it in at about probably 4.999 seconds. With it now is Lauren Slater, guarded by Gentry as Scott City backs off and plays man-to-man. Slater goes to her left, gets a screen, then hands it off to Crosby. Crosby back up top to Tayton Reynolds, goes to her right, goes to the right side to Cassidy Walks. Walks with it out high, 2 minutes into this third quarter, drives in, and that's going to be a charge taken that time by Lily Leitner on Walks. That'll be her third foul. Walks with her third foul. Team foul number 1 on Larned this third quarter. They have 3 turnovers already here in the second half. Out will be Chris Irvin in as Valeria Castile with 5:57 to go third quarter. Scott City with another opportunity here to pull it to within a 1-possession game. They're down 21-16. Larned is on a little bit of a drought of their own, and then Gentry gets it knocked out of her hands by Slater. It'll still stay Lady Beaver ball. Larned went up 21-14 with about a minute 48 to go first half. They have not scored since then, of course. Well, Scott City's only scored 2 points since then. Up top with it, Kaylee Felker goes left to Peyton Gentry. Gentry looking to drive. Cut off, though, immediately. Back up top to Piper Fox. Fox with it. And a whistle, and that's going to be a moving screen. They call that more in Central Kansas. Leitner with her 4th foul with 5:36 to go. It looked more like a pick and roll, but the officials saw it differently. But it's Payson Campbell in for Leitner, who will exit with 4 fouls. With 5:36 to go here in the third. 21-16 your score. Larned up by 5 with the basketball back, and the Lady Beavers unable to take advantage of a turnover. And as they settle back into a 2-3 zone. Left side, it goes over to Brooke Simmons. Now flashing to the foul line is Crosby. Now with it right elbow, here's Tayton Reynolds. Drives in, ripped away by Fox. Scott City really needs to start taking advantage of turnovers as we approach 5:15 to go third quarter. Peyton Gentry with it. Dribbles around, she'll go to right, jump stop. Right side to Valeria Castillo at the wing, up top now. Working left side to Kaylee Felker. Looks to drive the left baseline, she will, and then gets it to Gentry. Turns down the right three, and now Castillo will try the three, and she swishes it home! Her second three and her 11th of the year, and it's a 2-point game with under 5 to go third quarter, 21-19. Scott City with the first 5 points of the second half. They're back to within a pair with 4:48 here, third stanza. Left side, Lauren Slater up top now to Tayton Reynolds in the paint. Upson, who's back in there. Driving right side, here's Simmons. Now to Crosby. Back up top to go to Tayton Reynolds. Reynolds loses it, but picked back up by Larned out high. With it is Brooke Simmons. 4.5 to go third quarter. Slater surveys. Back up top, Larned resets. They go right side to Reynolds. And it's thrown right to Piper Fox. Scott City can tie this game back up. With it is Gentry. Pulls up, shot. No, left it short. Rebound, fight underneath. And it's going to be Larned with the basketball into the hands of Slater. 4:15 to work, third period, 21-19. Here is Crosby with it. Trying to drive the left baseline, cut off up top to Tayton Reynolds. Scott City back in this game, down 21-19. Midway mark, third quarter. Heineman to check in, next dead ball for Scott City, as will Krista Irvin. Right wing to Slater, now right corner goes to Crosby. Crosby back up top to Slater. Scott City stays in this 2-3 zone. Right side now to Slater, She'll drive in the paint. Her runner partially blocked on the rebound to Piper Fox. That was partially blocked that time by Campbell. Scott City with another chance to tie or retake the lead. Left baseline, Campbell. Castile with it up top to Felker. 3.5 to go third quarter. Lady Beavers down 2 with the ball. Here's Gentry trying to drive the foul line loosely with the ball. Back up top. And now Castile right side to Kaylee Felker. Entry feed. Oh, Fox saves it and tried to save the play. Good effort, though. That one you'd probably like to just let her go out of bounds unless she felt like she touched it last. It'll still go back to Larned. Kaylee Felker, Peyton Gentry exit. With 3:25 to go third quarter, and Scott City unable to tie it back up. But Larned has been on a 6-minute scoring drought here in this second and third quarters. They're up by 2 with the basketball back. You know that's going to change here pretty soon, but they have turned the ball over 5 times this quarter. Bounce pass the left block to Slater, trying to go around Fox. Up top, here's Tayton Reynolds. Bounce pass into Upson. Bounce pass and ripped away by Irvin. Trying to get it to Slater and a turnover. Scott City with another opportunity to tie or take the lead back. Campbell right wing. Corner Castile with 3 minutes to go. Third quarter back to Campbell. Up top is a 4-out look for Scott City. Actually a 5-out look. Driving in. Here's Fox. Layup. Oh, she missed it. Tipped out high. Who's going to get it? Or it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be off of Scott City. And it'll be Larned basketball. Boy, 3 opportunities for the Lady Beavers to tie this game up. They have fallen short each time, but they need to stay aggressive. Here down 2:51 to go third quarter, 21-19. Slater with it in the front court right. It'll go to Brooke Simmons. Simmons, corner it goes now to Lauren Slater. Underneath here is driving her way in, pushing her way in through Crosby through some contact and makes it 23-19, 2:37 to go third quarter. Boy, the Lady Beavers missed so many opportunities to tie the game up or take the lead, but good effort nonetheless. Fox with it out high. Now to Payson Campbell. She'll launch a 3. She'll be wide right as it ricochets out to Slater. Here comes Larned on the run. Slater with it, pulls it back out. 2:18 to go and then trickles the right baseline. That is to Simmons up top. Slater, a left wing 3, short. Long rebound though, right to Slater, and she'll put it up, leaves it short. Piper Fox crashes the boards for Scott City. So a couple missed opportunities for Larned. Scott City's ball down 2 minutes, third quarter. Lady Indian hit the deck. Irvin will stop and pop a straightaway triple. Short right to Campbell. Put back, yes. Campbell's on the board, 23-21, 1:52 to go third quarter. Scott City on a 7-2 run in this third period as they have pulled back to within a couple of points here again. Lady Indians with the ball, 100 seconds, third quarter, out high right to Simmons. She'll go around the perimeter left to Lauren Slater. Slater guarded by Castile in that 2-3 zone, left baseline to Simmons. Entry feed into Crosby at the block, and she gets tied up by Fox. It'll stay Larned Lady Indian basketball in the possession arrow with 1:28 to go third quarter, as that allows Peyton Gentry and Kaylee Felker to re-enter for Piper Fox and Krista Irvin. Larned 23, Scott City 21, late third period. Inbound in left side. Here's Simmons out high now to Reynolds. They'll go right side over to Slater. Back up top to Reynolds. Left wing now to Simmons. Here's Crosby, goes around now in good position for Upton. She'll bank it off that time, and a fight for the rebound. That's going to be a tie-up. That'll be Scott City's basketball with 1:13 to go third quarter. (23-21) your score. Larned's lead, Scott City's basketball. Final minute of this third quarter plus. Around the screen, Gentry loses it, and it's turnover number 12 on Scott City. Here come the Lady Indians. Boy, Scott City cannot get underneath that 2-point deficit. Final minute of this third quarter. In the paint, here is Upson trying to go around. Campbell leaves it short, partially blocked. Looks like the rebound, and we're going to get a tie-up. It'll still stay Larned basketball with 53.5 seconds to go third period. All that does is flip the possession arrow back to Scott City's side. And that could be big if, for the fourth quarter if there's no tie-ups in the final 53 seconds of this period. Crosby with that out high, guarded by Castile. A little bit of a mismatch. Peyton Reynolds drives in, and then she draws a blocking foul on Peyton Gentry, her first. Scott City's second of the third period. Correction, third team foul. Larned's only had 2 fouls in the last 16 minutes. The back end is going to be Addison Townsend Steffen, excuse me. And that will be Peyton Reynolds. She hit the deck pretty hard. 48.1 to go third quarter, 23-21 Larned lead in the basketball. Oh, left wide open left corner, Simmons for three. In and out and back home. Nobody counted for the player in the left corner. 26-21, 40 seconds to go third quarter, and Larned's doing just enough to maintain the lead. 30 seconds to go third quarter. With it here is Valeria Castillo. Now goes to Heineman. Now right side. Here's Felker cut off. 25 seconds to work third quarter. Bounce pass up to Campbell. Now here's left baseline to Heineman. 20 seconds, third quarter. Scott City down 5, 26-21. Lady Beavers have only been able to shave 2 points off. Here's Gentry. Oh, too strong in the rebound. And with it, 8 seconds, here's Larned. Oh, that's a double dribble. They missed a double dribble in the backcourt. Townsend Steffens with it with 6, with 5 now with it. Here's Slater with 1 second. She'll throw up a desperation three. Oh, that went off the rim, and that's the end of your third quarter. Scott City fighting hard. They could not tie it up, and Larned takes a 5-point lead into the fourth quarter, 26-21. Back in a minute for the final period of play. This is Beaver basketball.
Preparation paid.
The Max Yield system from Axis Seed Red Barn is your customized solution. By utilizing field-specific data, we help you eliminate stress and increase yield through seed, fertility, biological, and crop protection decisions. Our approach is focused on your farm and your future, because as a locally owned business, our focus is on you.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
All right, it's win or go home time for Scott City. Here's Fox, and she draws the foul the first play of the fourth quarter on Jaden Crosby. Just her second foul, team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter on Larned, and a good set play off the inbounds to begin the fourth quarter. Piper Fox to the line, just 4 points tonight. She has battled foul trouble. She has 3. Felker has 3. Leitner has 4. 2 free throws for Piper Fox. Has 4 points tonight, just 1 field goal and make it 5. 26-22. Scott City had ample opportunities to tie the ball game in the third quarter, but they could just not get a shot to go in when they needed one. Down by 2 on a couple of occasions. 7:54 left. It's now 26-23. Fox with a half a dozen. 4 of 4 at the line. Scott City now is 5 of 8 tonight at the line. That was their first free throws of the second half. Larned 3 of 3 at the line. They did not attempt a free throw as well in the third quarter. 7:40 to go in this one. Scott City to within 3. Larned with it out high with Walks. Goes right side to Lauren Sletter. Sletter goes right corner, entry feed into Crosby. Backing away in on Fox. Goes up, draws the contact, and that's going to be Fox's 4th foul with 7:32 left. But, yep, she had made the contact, and that was the right call on that one. 2 free throws for Crosby, who has 12 points tonight, but is a perfect 2 for 2 at the line. Larned, as I mentioned, 3 of 3, and they remain perfect at 4 of 4, and it's 27-23 with 7:32 left. Payson Campbell to come in, probably for Fox here. Now Scott City's leading scorer probably check out here as Crosby hits them both, and it's 28-23. Valeria Castillo in, and now Scott City's leading scorer is on the court is Peyton Gentry with 4. Actually, Castillo leads Scott City tonight with 6 on a couple of threes. They trail by 5, first 30 seconds, fourth quarter. They're still in this game, but every possession is going to start to count a little bit more here. Felker with it, holding it up top, needs to dish it off to avoid a 5 count, goes right with the pass to Chris Irvin, and she gets harassed out high. She works through some contact, and now Irvin needs help. Trying to avoid a 5 count, will throw it up top to Valeria Castillo. Castillo keeps the pivot foot down. Larned wanted to travel. Felker with it, trying to get it to Gentry through her hands and a turnover. Larned up by 5, first minute of the fourth quarter, right side to Jaden Crosby. Scott City down 28-23. It's been an ugly game here tonight. Lily Leitner to check in. Next dead ball. Turn down the 3 with Simmons. Now she'll drive in out high. They're working left side to Slater. Slater will go around Felker. Throws one up and knocks it down. 30-23. 6:38 to go. And the lead up to 7 now for Larned, matching their largest lead this half. Scott City needs to get it across. They do so to Valeria Castillo with 6:20 to go, and Scott City cannot afford any more empty possessions. And it goes to Gentry, and she loses it out of bounds. Scott City with not helping themselves out with turnovers. The 14th of the night. Justin Froh not happy with something the officials did not call. Lily Leitner in to replace Peyton Gentry. She kind of limps off a little bit. She's frustrated. I think she felt like she may have got held a little bit. Scott City just cannot buy a break tonight. They're down 30-23, 6:15 to go into the front court. Jaden Crosby. Now Crosby puts it on the floor, goes to her right, and you got to wonder maybe Larned, no shot clock, is going to run some more time off this clock with this 3-possession lead 2 minutes into this fourth. They have the last 4 points of the ball game, leading by 7. Up top, they're working left side to Reynolds. And they get a foul out high on Scott City. That's their second team foul of the period. And they're going to pick on Kaylee Felker for her 4th foul with 5:57 to go. Fox, Leitner, Felker all with 4 fouls for Scott City. Larned has Cassidy Walks with 3 fouls. Nobody else even remotely close to foul trouble. The fouls have almost been 3-1, 13-6, actually a little over 2-1. 5:45 to go. That's not the part of the reason why Scott City's trailing. The other part is they just aren't knocking down the shots. And speaking of shots, knocking down a 3 is Peyton Reynolds. 33-23. All of a sudden, Larned up by 10 with 5.5 to go, and Scott City cannot buy a basket. Larned has hit their last 2 shots to go up 10. They're on a 7-0 run, and out Felker into Campbell. Back up top, it'll go. Felker hit the deck with no foul call. Justin Froh pleading for a foul. I am with him. It's almost a little ridiculous. Up top with it is Felker. And it goes to Leitner. Pivots, goes to her left, lines one up, and that one sneaks in for 2. Her first field goal, 33-25. Scott City needs to go to work on the defensive end with 5 minutes to go. Scott City back to within 8 and into 7-0 Larned run. Here's Slater. And that's on Leitner, and that's it for her. She'll foul out with 4:58 to go in this ball game. She'll exit with 3 points. Third team foul of the fourth quarter on Just one on Larned. The fouls have not been even, I'll just say that. Upson back in. Peyton Gentry back in, and Piper Fox for Scott City. Upson almost stepped over the baseline on the inbound. Sletter with it. Now right side, it'll go to Simmons. 33-25, 4:50 to work in this one. With it, here's Lauren Slater. Hands it off. With it is Reynolds, who just drained a big three. Larned's hit the threes tonight. Scott City has not. Turning down the three, and a travel for Walks in the corner. She walks with the basketball. Turnover to Scott City with 4:40 to go. And now they really need to start taking advantage of these. Boyd up big, 63-16, 2:40 to go in that one over Cimarron. Back in is Jaden Crosby with a brief breather in for Tayton Reynolds. .435 to go. With it is Scott City. Felker goes left with the pass to Irvin. Up top to Gentry. Ball fake. Now it goes to Fox. Goes to her left. Hangs. She gets fouled by Crosby. And Crosby picks up foul number 3 with 4:25 to go. Team foul number 2 on Larned in this fourth quarter. And Fox, opportunity to score some points without any time running off the clock. 2 free throws for Fox here. Free throw is good. Makes it 33-26. She has 7. And stays right there. Ball loose on the rebound, but Slater ends up with her 7th rebound of the night. 33-26, 4:20 to go. And a whistle and a timeout for Larned. This is going to be a full. We'll take it as well. 4:16 to go, fourth quarter. It's Larned 33, Scott City 26. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
All right, Lady Beavers need to go to work. Down 7, 4:15 to go at 33-26. It'll be Larned's basketball. They have 2 timeouts left, 2 full. Scott City with a 30 and 2 fulls. Possession arrow favors Larned, but Scott City needs defensive stop after defensive stop after defensive stop. Tayton Reynolds with it. Slater entry feed, trying to get it into Crosby. Has to throw it up high to Upson. Halfway mark, fourth quarter. Simmons with it right side. 4:05 mark. Short corner right to Crosby. Guarded by Campbell. Scott City's already lost Lily Leitner, Felker, and Fox each with 4 fouls. Slater with it. Now left baseline. Back up top to Slater. 3:50 to work. Right wing. It'll go now to Simmons. Simmons right baseline. It'll go to Slater. Backs her way in. Turnaround shot. Good. She has 16, 35, 26, 3:41 to go. And right now things looking bleak here for the Lady Beavers. But they need to go points in a hurry. They don't need to force it. Maybe force some fouls. And there's a foul right there. And one! How about that? That's what Scott City needed right there. Fox with a 3-point play potentially coming up here with 3.5 to go. That foul is going to be on Slater. No correction, that'll be on Simmons, just her first. Too bad it wasn't on Crosby. That would have been her 4th. But it's 35-28 here with 3:31 to go. And Scott City with another opportunity to score here with time, without any time running off the clock. Fox cannot hit the free throw. And we got a whistle and a foul on Campbell. I don't know. All righty. That's all I'm going to say about that. Team foul number 3 in the fourth quarter. Timeout, official timeout. Three and a half to go, 35-28. Just kind of go back to that play in the first quarter where Slater after Felker, second quarter, Felker gets called for a questionable offensive foul call, moving screen, and Slater flopped and then taunted Felker, and then Felker kind of taunted back, and that's how she got the tee. Oh, that's a travel. Travel on Crosby. Scott City with it, down 7 with 3:25 to go. The door is still open for Lady Beavers, but every possession starting to count a little bit more here. 35-28 your score. Actually, that was the 4th team foul on Scott City, by the way, that last foul on Campbell. Gentry with it, 3:20 to work, now to Fox. Fox with it, holds it out high. Finds Krista Irvin. Irvin with it, loses the dribble, picks it back up, and now needs help. Finds Peyton Gentry. Trying not to force it here. Now she'll dribble away through right side to Irvin. Surveys, 3 minutes to go. Scott City needs a little sense of urgency. They can't afford to waste too much time up top, down 7, 35-28. They tried to get into Fox, ball ricocheted around, picked up by Felker, and frustrating bounce pass back over to Gentry. 2:54 to work here in this one. Scott City, or now Campbell, gets the ball knocked out of bounds with 2:50 to go. This is too long of a possession for Scott City as Cassidy Walks returns for Lauren Slater. Felker to trigger it in for the Lady Beavers, does so to now Scott City to Irvin. Irvin holds it. She'll drive in. Her runner down the lane is no good, but she'll get 2 free throws. And Scott City opportunity to score some points without any time running off the clock here with 2:43 left. That foul on Tayton Reynolds, just her first. And that's the 4th team foul on Larned. 2 free throws for Irvin, 4 points tonight, all in the second quarter. The free throw is going to be crawling in, and it's 35-29. 2:43 to go. Scott City's already lost Leitner in this game. Second free throw for Irvin, swishes that one down, and timeout Scott City. 35-30, they're to within 5, 2:43 to go. Back in a minute, this is Beaver basketball.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top-performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
(35-30) Larned's lead is down to 5 after they had a 10-point lead earlier in this period. 2:43 to go, but Scott City is going to slap on some forecourt pressure out of the timeout. Scott City with Payson Campbell, Piper Fox, Kaylee Felker, Valeria Castile, and Krista Irvin. Crosby can run the baseline. She does get it in to Tayton Reynolds. Reynolds will get around Irvin, and now will just take it across. 2:35 to go. 35-30, Larned leads with the basketball. 4 fouls on both teams in the fourth quarter. Larned is a perfect 5 for 5 at the line tonight. With it up top now is going to be Simmons. They're not going to score here. Well, I say that, and the layup is too strong, but the rebound for Upson, no, but a foul. She'll get 2 free throws with 2:15 to go. I say that, and then they miss a layup, but they're to the line, and that's going to be on Payson Campbell, her second. 16 fouls tonight on Scott City. 9 on Larned. Free throw for Upson. That crawls off. She's around 50% on there. Remains a 5-point game with 2:15 to go. Campbell out. Gentry back in. Winner will go to Boy on Wednesday night. Larned has not beaten Scott City since 2007. It's been since 2006 in this building. Second free throw. Upson missed them both, but the rebound goes to Slater. Boy, Scott City misses an opportunity for a rebound. And Crosby for 3. No, But Larned with another offensive board. Scott City not getting the rebounds. 2 minutes to go. And Larned, that's going to be a foul on Fox, and that is going to be it for her. So Scott City's lost 2 players here with exactly 2 minutes to go. And Fox will exit with 9 points and potentially her final game of her career. Wow. And Payson Campbell will check in for her. Now, Scott City without Piper Fox and Lily Leitner. Kaylee Felker on survival mode with 4 fouls. 2 free throws coming up for Cassidy Walks, the 5'7" junior, her first trip to the line. They're 5 of 7 tonight and make it 6 of 8. It's 36-30. 2 minutes to go. If you're Scott City, you need to look to some of your scores. Gentry hasn't scored since the first quarter when she had 4. Second free throw crawls in for Walks. Her only points of the night, 37-30. 2 minutes to go, and Scott City needs to go right away here. Surveying is Gentry, and uses up her dribble, goes left to Carissa Irvin. Irvin ball fake. A couple of times up top to Payson Campbell. Now they go right to Peyton Gentry. She'll drive right side, lose the dribble. Now needs help. She's falling away, and she throws it away in a turnover. Larned in transition, layup good. Lauren Slater, her 4 points in the fourth quarter. She has 7 for the game, 39-30, 90 seconds to go. And Gentry, foul line. Here's Campbell, got it blocked. Looks like there's some contact. Gentry cannot get it to go, and Larned with the rebound. That summarizes the night in transition. Layup, and it's good. It's 41-30, and Larned's going to run Scott City out of this building. Timeout, Beavers, 1:16 to go. And this one is about over, looks like, unfortunately for the Lady Beavers. Basketball tonight brought to you here by Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, Elevate U, LLC, DeKalb Bear, Clint's Diesel Repair, Circle C Farm, Shells, Flyers, and more. Burning Farms, Beef Belt, Beavertown, FFL, Beaver Creek Feeders, Bartley Grain, B&H Paving, and American Implement. It looks like this season's about to come to an end for Scott City, unfortunately. Larned leading 41-30. The turnovers tonight and the foul trouble has been monumental in this game. Scott City, boy, they had it to within 2 a couple of times in that third quarter. Just could not tie the game up. And Larned would go on a little run there. The big story was really that 18-2 run in about a 5-minute stretch in the first and second quarter for Larned, and they had never trailed since then. 1:16 left. 2 Lady Beavers have fouled out, Leitner and Fox. Heineman checks back in. 15 Scott City turnovers, 15 on Larned as well. But Larned, when they had a 5-point lead, had 2 or 3 offensive rebounds. Castile launch a 3 and air balls it. That'll go out of bounds with 66 seconds left. Inbound in. Scott City applying some full court pressure still. Final minute of this one. With it is Tatum Reynolds, 41-30 Larned, and Heineman fouls up top. That's just her first. I say that in jest because Scott City has been hit with fouls left and right. And 2 free throws for Tatum Reynolds, her first trip to the line. She has 3 points tonight. Free throw on the way is good. Makes it 42-30. 1 minute exactly to go. So it'll be Larned and Beloit on Wednesday night. Second free throw also good, 43-30. She has 5, all in this fourth quarter. Payson Campbell with it, 55 seconds to go. Lady Beavers are going to lose some good seniors here. Kaylee Felker, Cammie Winterland, Chris Irvin, and Piper Fox here in this one. And now Felker is harassed, no foul, 45 seconds to go, right side to Campbell. This one, the NATO run for Larned over the last minute and a half. Irvin launches a 3, can't get it. Crosby with the board. If you're Scott City, really don't need to foul right now. This game is pretty much over. Oh, they do. As I say that, Heineman's second. And that'll pad to the foul count tonight with 31.5 seconds left. Coach Justin Froh is going to send in Kinley Hickey for the first time. Crosby to the line. She has 16 tonight. She had a big second quarter. Now she has 17, 44-30. 31.5 seconds to go. Cammie Winterland checking in for the final time in her career. Peyton Gentry's going to check in. Felker exits. And the tears are going to start flowing on the Scott City bench right now. Irvin exits for the final time in her career. Round of applause for the Scott City fans here in attendance tonight is Valeria Castillo Sr. as well. Crosby hits them both. 45-30. 10-0 run by Larned in the last 90 seconds. That'll be Tayton Reynolds. And back in is going to be Addison Townsend Steffens. Also in there, Danielle Hemken, a 5'5 freshman. Gentry with a deep two, short. Rebound, tie up. It'll be Larned ball in the possession arrow with 23 seconds to go. All right. 20 seconds left. 45-30 is your score. Sledder with it up top to Crosby. 15 seconds. And now to Sledder. Larned's going to try to dribble this one out. 8 seconds left in this one. Scott City's going to end their season at 8-13. Larned is going to be 18-6. They will be at Beloit on Friday or Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. Your final score: Larned 45 and Scott City 30. Lady Beavers close their season out at 8-13. Larned improves to 18-6. Post-game show to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
The plains of western Kansas, where the sun sets